It's no question about whether the 3D platformer dominated the market in the 1990s. Nintendo had Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie, while the PlayStation had Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon. I mean, they also had Bubsy, but we don't talk about that. However, I've seen a few people mention another less popular PlayStation platforming hero. No, not that. Everyone's talked about that. Oh my god. Guys, meet the Jersey Devil.
What could possibly go wrong?
Developed by Behavior Interactive and published by Sony, as well as Ocean for you Brits out there, Jersey Devil was released on June 1st, 1998 in the US on the PlayStation and later ported to the PC the same year. I mean, it might have been released the same date, who freaking knows. Wait a minute. Oh no. Well, let's be optimistic. I mean, they also developed Fallout Shelter? What? The game opens with a weird intro sequence. While the styles used in it are amazing, they don't fit well together. The backgrounds just feel out of place with the Don Bluth-esque characters, which are freaking gorgeous, shut up and take my money. The intro basically provides the background of the devil, which isn't much, and what is there has so many plot holes. Now it's time for everyone's favorite game, What the Devil! Question 1, where did Pumpkinhead find the devil? Question 2, what's the backstory with the scientist and Pumpkinhead? Question 3, what is everyone's motivation? Question 4, why doesn't the scientist have backup blades? Question 5, why is there so much crime in the city? Question 6, why did the devil become a vigilante? Question 7, why was Pumpkinhead so scared? And question 8, what the heck is up with this 2D to 3D conversion? Well, after that, we finally get into the game. Like most 3D platformers back in the 90s, Jersey Devil has collectathon elements in it. There are nitro crates to collect, which boost your nitro power. Honestly, I don't even know what that is. Pumpkins, which are basically the equivalent to the coins from Mario, and hostages, which wait, what hostages? You collect hostages. That's a little screwed up, mate. And finally, the NARF letters, which serve as keys to advance in a stage. NARF. That's a unique word to use. Oh wait, it's the scientist's name. Sucks for him. Anyhow, depending on how well you do collecting things, your completion medal at the end of the level is different. That's it. No extras, no special goodies, nothing. At least in games like Crash Bandicoot, we felt a sense of accomplishment and even got a different ending. I mean, that game was hard, but still. In Jersey Devil, it feels empty. Okay, let's stop with that. Let's talk about something else. How about the controls? Shall we? The controls in Jersey Devil are meh. The basic stuff is actually done really well. Jumping can be a little annoying at times, but that's not too big of a hindrance. Punching is extremely responsive when you hit the button, but we'll be going over hit detection later. And walking feels great, and I never felt the need for a run button. However, while there is a lot of good, there is just as much bad. The gliding in this game is weird and awkward, and I often found myself hammering the button instead of just pressing it. The camera controls are immensely irritating, as L2 and R2 are your only options. I get that it was 1998, 1997 in Europe, but even Mario had better camera options than that was in 1996. Now, if this game was just an action game, I could work with these controls, but it's a hybrid action 3D platformer, so it's constantly frustrating, especially since this game has horrible depth perception. Speaking of action, oh my god, the action is horrendous and sometimes unfair. Remember that hit detection I mentioned earlier? But we'll be going over hit detection later. Yeah, it doesn't work sometimes. Here's how the game works. On your side, while the buttons work splendidly, you only hit enemies sometimes, and then you get serious knockback when you're hit. Oh, I fell in a ravine. Meanwhile, the enemies, while weak, have a higher chance of hitting you and have little knockback when you hit them. And Behavior most likely knew about this too. Why do you think it takes so long for you to die from normal enemies? Why do you think there are lives, tails, everywhere? Oh my god, let's move on to something good. Let's go. The graphics and environments in this game are actually detailed quite nicely, maybe even on par with Spyro and Crash. Yeah, I said it. The enemies, while easy to beat due to the slowly depleting life bar, don't look very generic even if they are generic. This spider is so unique compared to every spider released in every game ever. The music, composed by Gilles Leville, is stellar, and I'm surprised it's never mentioned when it comes to underrated soundtracks in video games. Jersey Devil also had a unique feature most 3D platformers didn't have back then: interaction with the environment. Yes, the devil can move crates and hit them to help move on with his journey. For 1998, that's actually pretty freaking cool. Also, while it can be irritating, the camera isn't the worst thing I've come across in gaming. That would be Sonic Adventure 2. I just wish there was a lock on or reset camera button. Also, the first boss fight is actually a lot tougher than I thought it would be, and that's brilliant. Unfortunately, after level 1, I just stopped. I didn't get a lot of enjoyment or a sense that I had done something when playing Jersey Devil, which is something I like to have when I play a video game. I felt like I was only getting through the level just to get to the next one, which I honestly wasn't even that excited for. So, with taking the pros and cons into account and gliding through the air into a beam of fire, seriously, what the heck, I give Jersey Devil a 5 out of 10. Jersey Devil is that game, the one where it's just painfully average. You can't decide on whether you should give it a 5 or a 6. From my personal experience though, I want to give Jersey Devil a 5. The graphics, music, and concept are all fantastic, and I think if it was remade for the modern age, I think it would be a really good game, especially for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. However, the controls, camera, and combat system would all need to be redone for it to be actually good. If you see this for a couple of bucks in a retro gaming store, however, I would recommend it. Just like $3 at the most, however. With that said, if you enjoyed, guys, then mash that X button and up, down, left, right, B, A, and have a fantastic day. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to solve a mystery. I didn't know it was loaded, oh my gosh. No, I'm not gonna do that.